Good morning, Hassle-Free family. Welcome to day 4 of our Hassle-Free Sleep Challenge. Today we're talking about physical activity and grounding to improve sleep. And as it turns out, there are optimal times to engage in physical activity that will help with your sleep. Remember on day 2, we talked about getting in that light cardio first thing in the morning in a fasted state. And that's going to be true for all chronotypes. From there, you'll have to adjust the schedule based on your specific chronotype. So I think it's interesting that some chronotypes have just one peak time for cardiovascular work and only bears have 2 times for optimal cardiovascular work. So Dr. Michael Bruce says this about bears: if you don't exercise by noon, you're probably not going to do it. And he has found that to be true over his last 20 years of working with clients on sleep. So I find that that is also really true for me as a bear. It's extremely difficult for me to find motivation to work out in the afternoon. Wolves and dolphins, however, do their best workouts in the evening. So check out the graphic that I put in the comments to see when the best time is for you to engage in cardiovascular activity. It turns out that the best time for cardio, though, is not the best time for weight training. This has to do with when your muscle responsiveness is at its peak. So you gain the most benefit when you do your hard workouts 3 to 8 hours before bedtime. I would call that your weightlifting session. So try to wrap up your session by about 7:30 p.m. at the latest if you want to go to bed by 10:30. So why do you want to weight train later in the evening? It's because protein synthesis and recovery capacity are at their peak in the evening hours. Super interesting stuff. I learned that from Ben Greenfield, that biohacking guru, and he was voted America's #1 fitness trainer. The other tip that we're going to talk about today is something that you can incorporate throughout your day in little bits or all at once. Have you ever taken a vacation to the beach when you were walking around everywhere barefoot, enjoying the crashing waves, and you were just out there for hours a day, and you slept really, really well that night? Well, there's more to it than just being exhausted from all that playing in the sun. You were unknowingly grounding all day long. So it's also known as earthing, but grounding is a practice of exposing your body to the natural magnetic frequencies produced by the earth. When you have your feet firmly planted on the ground, you come into contact with negative ions, which are produced by turbulent crashing water, such as waves at the beach and waterfalls, and in forests, mountains, and other places affected by rainstorms or thunderstorms. When you're exposed to negative ions, your body releases its positive ions that have accumulated via cellular metabolism. Accumulated positive ions in your body reduce the natural electrochemical gradient across your membranes. So this gradient is responsible for allowing compounds in and out of your cells. So when excess positive ions that have accumulated in your body disrupt that gradient, they also disrupt cellular metabolism and increase inflammation in your body. So you can buy special mats and shoes that help you connect to that magnetic energy of the earth, or you can just go out and walk around in the grass, sand, soil, or even concrete barefoot. Pretty cool, right? So that's what I have for you for today. Join me back here tomorrow, Sunday, where we're going to talk about supplements for better sleep.